Okay, guys. Spicy meatball here. Now, it's a cube. Cube means length, width, and height are all the same. Agreed? What I'm going to do next is I'm going to target the base. What do I mean by the base?
Bottom square.
The bottom square. So I'm going to draw myself a square.
Why you target the base?
I'll show you now. For some reason, when I go to P to F, yeah. See P to F, yeah. And what I know about P, what I always know about pyramids is that the peak of the pyramid is always just above the center of the square. Okay. So essentially, this point here, I'll just call it M. MB is the same length as PF. So I didn't even read the question. I've done so many of these that I always know they do the same trick. They always put it over the centre, and they always want you to do Pythagoras theorem every time. We've done one similar to this recently. So what you do is to get the centre, you could always just do two diagonals if you want, so it's slightly off. Alright, let's not be pedantic about that, okay? Alright, in there. There you go. Now, what can I say about this one? That's W and that's W. Maybe I'll call this length X. How'd you find out length X?
X squared equals W squared equals W squared.
Why are you allowed to do Pythagoras?
It's right angle. Why comes W?
It's called W in the question.
Oh shit.
Q above length W, so W, W, W. Alright? No other reason. Now, 2W squared. And that means X equals the square root of 2W squared. It's that, if you know your rule of surds, that's root 2 by root, which is root 2 W. Okay, next one. We don't want that, we only want half of it, don't we? Why do we only want half of it? Because in the question it wants P to F, and that's the same thing as M to B. So what do we do now? Divided by 2. So P to F therefore equals root 2 W over 2. Okay? Now it says show that it's W over root 2. Have we gone wrong? We haven't. Root 2 W. What's 2 the same as? What's root 2 by root 2? 2. Cancel the 2 root 2's. And it's W over root 2. If you weren't sure, change them both to decimals and check if they're the same thing. You could root 2 over 2. See, 7.07, yeah? And then 1 over root 2. Some people will do it that way. If you forget how to change it, you would show that they're both the same decimal, same number. Okay? Now, write PB. Which one's PB? P to B. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Now, what once is, would everybody agree that PF is the same as MB?
Yeah.
And would everybody therefore agree that P to B, which is this here, I can make a right angle triangle out of that, can't I?
Yeah.
Have we seen my right angle triangle? PMB. So what I'm going to do here, PMB, P to M to B. We're looking for a PB, aren't we? What is it? We'll call it Y. What's M to B? W over root 2. What's P to M? P to M is the height of the cube, which is, do you agree it's W?
Yeah.
Here to here is the same height as here to here, so it's just W. So what's next then, guys?
Y squared equals W squared equals W over 2 squared.
it's 1 plus a half, which is 3 over 2, okay?
3 W squared?
It's basically 1 plus a half. It's 1 W squared plus a half W squared. You throw them into the calculator, it's 3 over 2.
Oh shit.
I knew I was going to get asked that. Now, 3 over 2 W squared, which is the same thing as root 3 over 2 W. That was asked? Got that, didn't we?
How's that?
W is, it's root 3 over 2. So the x is 3 and the y is 2. Given that the area of PBC, what's a PBC? P to B to C. So we're talking about this part here, aren't we? Need a new colour, but everybody see that triangle? Triangular face I'm shading in? That one there. Okay, what do we know about that one? We're given its area, aren't we? So here's what I'm going to do with this. What type of triangle is that? Isosceles, equilateral? Why is it isosceles? Because PB is the same thing as PC. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. How much time do I have left?
5 minutes.
Okay, I'll get that done. P, C. We know PB to be root 3 over 2. We know this one to be. And what do we know this one to be? Okay. What are we told the area is? Whew. Options. W squared cancel. I'm going to go for a cosine rule, and then after I do the cosine rule, I'm gonna try to find out this angle here. Is that okay? Think of a letter I haven't used yet. H. Is H in use?
Yeah, Z, Q.
Z would be nice. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Z. Okay. I'll put these weird things on it as well, just because my 2's look like Z's. Just to. Now we're going to do the cosine rule. What did we learn about the cosine rule earlier?
W squared equals.
Yeah, I'll do that now. Just doing the generic one first. So Whelan says W squared because I picked this angle here. I can pick any angle I want, by the way. What's next then?
Root 3 over 2 W squared.
That's Z then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then after that,
Root 3 over 2 W squared.
2B squared, yeah?
2B squared, yeah. Again.
This is a difficult question. And after that,
Minus 2. Use 2, root 3 W squared.
yeah, you could do, I'll just, for argument's sake, I'll just keep it exactly the way it's done, right? Now, what's going to happen here is all the W squareds are going to disappear soon. You'll see it in a second. When you square root 3 over 2, you get 3 over 2. Everybody get that? And W squared. Then the next one, 3 over 2 minus, what's 2 times, you put it in your calculator if you want, minus 2 times root, oh dear, the struggle is real.
It's not all root 3 over 2.
What?
It's not like root 3 over 2. It's the 2 not in the square root, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, sorry, Whelan spotted a mistake there, that the root 3 is meant to extend all the way down. That actually makes things easier then.
Then it's just 3 over 2, isn't it?
Yeah, just wrote that out, sorry.
Square over 2.
Not happy with that.
Minus 6 over 2 will be squared, isn't it?
So, root 3 over 2 by root 3 over 2 is simply 3 over 2. 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 is 6 over 2. 6 over 2 is
W by
3.
W squared.
W squared, yeah. Cos Z. That makes sense? Now look what happens next. The W squareds because they're everywhere. It's the same thing as me saying 5x equals 2x plus 1x plus 2x. The x's being there do not matter to the equality, do they? So, do the w squared matter about the equality? No. You guys can. Then the w squares cancel. And we get 1 equals 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2 minus 3 cos z. 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2 is 6 over 2, which is 3 minus 3 cos z. Minus 2 equals minus 3 cos z. Cos z equals 2 over 3. Yeah, I'll pick that one up tomorrow.